Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be trying Fenty beauty products. So this is kind of the look I created using some of the products. I've never used Fenty before, so this is definitely very much a first impression sort of video. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, what's the tea with the products and what I think of them, then do keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, let's get into the video. I have already put my eyelashes on. These are the iconic London eyelashes in the style Boudoir, and these were kindly gifted to me by WeLoveLashes. So yeah, that's the only step I've already gone ahead and done. And now I'm actually going to try out the products. So I wanted to try the new foundation, not the Pro Filter one, the newer one. I was speaking to the girl and she basically said that it was medium to full coverage. And she said if I want like a full coverage foundation, I may as well go for the Pro Filter one. And to be honest, like, I can't lie, I am like a full coverage girl. Like, I know I recently tried the Pat McGrath foundation, which was more of a medium coverage. And to be honest, like, it's just not me. Like, I don't really tend to go for that natural skin look. I do love a full coverage foundation, so I know I'm going to get more use out of the Pro Filter foundation. So I did pick this up and I was colour matched, and we went for the shade 330 in the end because I do like something with more of a yellow undertone and something that I can wear when I'm tan, because obviously I do tan. The only Fenty product I've used already is their lip gloss, so shout out to Jo. She was the one who introduced me to the Fenty lip gloss, which is called Fenty Glow, and as you can see I have used the majority of it, but this is the only Fenty product I've used in the past and I did love it, to be fair. So yeah, this is what the foundation looks like. The bottle is so nice. So I went for the shade 330 in this, and this is a full coverage foundation, so I am going to try it. And to actually apply the foundation, I picked up one of the Fenty Foundation kabuki brushes. The foundation I think was £27 and this brush was £28, I want to say. And I needed a new foundation brush, so I thought I may as well try it, and this is what it looks like. So it's like nude packaging, and the brush is so soft, but it's really dense, so I know that this is going to apply the foundation perfectly. And I will also blend it in with my beauty blender as I normally do. I'm going to apply a few pumps to the back of my hand. It's great that it has a pump, because some foundation bottles don't. This is the shade, as you see, it's got a really yellow undertone, which is what I prefer. I don't like things with a red undertone, it just doesn't suit my skin colour. So I'm gonna see, that is such a good shade match for me, and I'm just gonna buff this in. So the brush isn't like super soft, but it is really dense, so it's kind of like, you can tell it's gonna blend the foundation into my skin. I do just love a full coverage thick foundation, like, I can't lie, that's what I tend to go for. So I thought that for me the Pro Filter would be the better option of the two. So I went in there thinking that I was gonna get the newer foundation and try it out, but maybe if I like these other products then I would go and try it. But for me, I like a full coverage, so that is why I went for the Pro Filter one. And just working it into the skin, I really do like this colour. This brush is almost like a sponge in itself, like, it's so dense. My normal kabuki brush is a lot more like soft, I'd say, whereas this is actually like a full-on sponge, and it has quite absorbed the product really quickly. So I will have to have a few more pumps of the product, but again, I like to use a lot of product, so I don't understand when people can literally just use like 2 pumps and cover their whole face, because I like my foundation like full coverage. I'm just working it in. And also another thing about the newer foundation was that I think it was better for dry skin, because it was quite oily itself, whereas I've got combination skin, so I'm not sure how it would have gone with my skin. But again, it's something I probably will be more than happy to try in the future, if I enjoy using these other products. This is really nice. Blend this in. I've now wet the foundation into my face. It's definitely like got a matte finish rather than like a dewy kind of finish. It's definitely more on the matte side of things. I would say it's full coverage. Like this is like one layer, and then I've done a bit in areas that I tend to like a bit more coverage, and I would definitely say this is full coverage. I really like the shade that it has, this really nice yellow undertone, which works really well for my skin color. I know that there's like 50 shades available, which is so good, and the way it's been created is that whatever shade you are in this foundation, you're the same number in the other foundation, so it's really easy to pick up the other one as well. So this was shade 320. I do really like this brush as well. It's so dense, it almost is like a sponge itself, so it's a really good way of applying the foundation. I do like to use my beauty blender as well to just get that extra blend, but I could see that you probably could use this by itself, but I just like to work the product further into my skin. But overall, I'm actually really happy with this foundation. The coverage is really good, and I think £27 is a good price point for a decent foundation. Obviously this is just literally my first initial thoughts, but it is, I just really like the colour and the coverage, to be honest. So I'm now going to go ahead and try the concealer as well and see how that applies, see if it goes with this foundation, if I chose the right shade. So yeah, let's try the concealer next. I didn't realise the foundation brush comes with a little cover as well to keep, I guess it's to stop the foundation going on other products in your makeup bag, so that's a really nice touch. I mean, you would expect that for £28 for a brush, to be honest, but that is a really nice feature. I don't know if I've said, but the reason why I decided to test out some Fenty products is because a big Boots has opened in Covent Garden, which is near my office, and Boots now have Fenty, which I was just, when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to go and try some products. I was just gonna go in for the foundation, but the girl convinced me to try a few more products, so you know I can't say no to trying makeup. So I did pick up a few things, including the concealer. So this is the Pro Filtr Instant Retouch Concealer, and again this is a full coverage. I picked up the shade 140 because I do really like a bright under eye and a bright T-zone. I did go quite light, but that is because I do like a bright under eye. The girl said a little goes a long way, so I'm just gonna see how this goes. Yeah, this is a lot lighter than my normal concealer, and I probably would normally use it as, I'd probably use this as a topper for my concealer, but I'm just gonna test it. It is quite thick, this concealer, so yeah, she said a little goes a long way, so I'm not gonna go overboard. I'm just gonna see how this goes and how it blends into the foundation. Again, with the concealer there were so many shades available, and like we went with something with a quite like a neutral undertone. This concealer is so bright, that is what I like, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this all in. Wow, she got bright under eyes, jeez. It's so creamy, it's blending in so well to the foundation, like it's not like cakey at all. See how bright that's made my under eye? That is so nice, and it's definitely full coverage, which I love in a concealer. I really like this concealer, so I've fully blended it in now, and it is really full coverage and super brightening, and that's kind of, I like to use my concealer to brighten those areas that I kind of want to highlight, so it has worked really well, and it's blended so nicely into the foundation itself. And the concealer is £19, which I think for a full coverage concealer is justifiable, absolutely. I would pay that for this. It is a really nice concealer. I'm so impressed with that. I really like that, because I normally use the Chanel concealer and that is £28, so this comparatively is actually really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put my usual setting powder on, because I didn't pick up the setting powder. I asked the girl like what she thought about it, and she said, to be honest, if you use your Laura Mercier, like there's not too much difference in it. because I just use a white translucent setting powder anyway. I think if I was wanting to try like a coloured setting powder, then yes, I would have picked one up. But I live by my Laura Mercier, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that on now and start baking my face and then carry on with the rest of the look. And I'm just going to let my face bake. While it does that, I am going to take the bronzer. So I picked up the bronzer in shade, I can't remember, it had a really, all the bronzers had really cool names. Island Ting. And look at the packaging. Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate it? Like, seriously, it's like the perfect neutral bronzer. I just can't go with the packaging. Oh my god, perfect neutral bronzer. We went for the one that didn't have a red undertone because I don't tend to like something that's too red. Like, it just does not suit my skin colour. I'm just going to take a bit of this on my fluffy brush and work it into the crease, because I always love to put a bit of just a little bit of bronzer just to act as like a natural contour to the eyes when I'm not doing like a full-on big heavy eye look. I always like to use the bronzer that I'm wearing because then it all kind of ties in. And the bronzer was, I want to say it was 23, which again I don't think is bad for a bronzer, especially if it's going to be one that I'm going to be using like every day. It's such a lovely colour, I just can't go over it. Not taking a fluffy brush, I'm just going to swirl into the bronzer and start to bronze up my cheeks. I like to kind of slightly lift and then work it into this area and start to bronze up my face. The good thing with bronzer is that like it's buildable, so going with something that's a bit more neutral, you can like build it up rather than going with something too dark. But this is like the perfect like bronze shade for me. It sits so nicely on this foundation as well. Obviously taking some up into my forehead as well. Okay, I love this shade. I'm actually obsessed. Okay, I'm just going to blend this in with my beauty blender. You can see that's just really bronzed up my face. Such a nice shade, literally love it. I'm going to lightly dust off my baking powder and then move on to highlight, which I am literally so excited to try. I've gone ahead and applied my iconic London liquid illuminating drops because that's just a step I always do. And now it is time to try this gorgeous product. So this is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb All Over Highlighter. Now this can be used for face and body, but oh my god, when I saw this, I couldn't say no. So this is like a highlighter topper, and again, packaging amazing. Oh my god, I literally don't even know if I can, like, seriously, look, it's like a white, can you see the reflex? Can't really see it on camera, but oh my god, like, when I tell you, when I saw this, I was literally like, seriously? It's like silver shimmer. I don't know if you can see that on my hand. I'm just gonna go wild and put this over my highlighter. Oh my god, it's like silver reflex highlight. There's nothing like it out there at the moment. Okay, that is intense. Oh my god, I feel like this is going to be my new obsession. I just love highlighter. Oh my god, can you see that? Are you blinded? Oh my god. I'm just going to take, just to finish it off, a tiny bit of this highlight and pop it in the inner corner because I love that. Look. This highlight in combination with the bronzer is just something else. Like, I am thoroughly impressed. So this highlighter is £30, which, so it's the most expensive of all the products, but when I tell you I'm glowing, like, if you like that and you love to glow, then girl, this is worth the money. like seriously. It is like the ultimate highlight topper. I can't wait to use this all over my body as well. Like imagine this like on your shoulders, like on your collarbones, on your legs. Oh my god, like look at that. She is glowing. Oh my god. Like I know some people don't like the super like intense highlight, but I love it. I'm gonna have to put on a bit of my Fenty gloss. I'm just lining my lips with Barry M lip liner in the shade Toast. And take a bit of the Fenty gloss if I've got any left. Oh yeah, I do have a little bit. It smells so good as well. I forgot how good this is. Damn. Can't get over the glow. Yeah, done. So this is the final look. I am thoroughly impressed at these products. Like I was not expecting to like them as much as I do. Kind of my standout would definitely be the bronzer and highlighter like combination is just something else. And I really liked that concealer. Like it's so brightening, so full coverage. It definitely does what it says. The same with the foundation, to be fair, as well. Like it is a full coverage foundation. Like the colour's really nice. It's got the perfect yellow undertone for me. I think the price point for all the products is reasonable. Like it's obviously not drugstore, but it's not like super high end. It's like that in between, sort of along par with like Benefit and like Too Faced. It's that sort of price point. I think for what you get and the quality of the products, obviously this is just first impressions, but I'm really impressed and I would pay what I've paid for all the products and not really think that that was too much, because the products are very good. I am so thoroughly impressed. I think it did help that I had such a good person helping me choose my shades, and she really spent her time like recommending things and being like, I think this would be good, or let's try this shade, So I think that did really help. So shout out to the girl in the boots in Covent Garden. She was so lovely. So yeah, I'm so impressed. I really hope you enjoyed watching the video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my first impressions of the products. I mean, I'm really happy with the way the look turned out, how the products kind of felt. If you have any like suggestions of other products I should try, or if you've tried Fenty, let me know what you thought of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up, and I'm sure I'll see you soon with another one. Bye bye. You open it, God is a woman.